want to learn how to make this wine bottle bird feeder? Stay tuned.
Okay, so the first piece you want to cut is your back piece. And you want to cut it so it's 17.5 inches long by 4 3/4 inches wide. And then what you want to do is cut this at a 45-degree angle. And all you have to do for that is find your center, make a little mark, and then just transfer your 45-degree angle cuts. And cut it with whatever saw you want to use. We use the chop saw, but you can use a circular saw or hand saw, whatever you have. So the second piece you want to cut is for the bottom, and you want that to be 6 1/4 inches long by 4 3/4 inches wide. Then you want to cut two side pieces, and those are 1 3/4 by 7 inches. You want two of those, and then for the front, 1 3/4 by 6 1/4. And that'll do the bottom. Okay, so the next parts you want to cut are for the roof. And you need one piece that's 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. That'll do one side of your roof. Then the second side is 1 3/4 by 4 inches. Alright, so the next piece you want to cut are the two pieces that hold your wine bottle in place. So you want to cut two pieces of wood, 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then mark the center and drill. We use the hole saw. We drill the 1.5 inch hole. If you don't have a hole saw, you can just drill a hole and cut it with a jigsaw. So that's 1.5 inches, and then this hole we cut it 3 inches. Now we use just a standard size wine bottle, so if you have a bigger wine bottle, you might have to adapt to the size of the bottle you have. Alright, so other than the pieces of wood that you need for the project, you'll need 6 2-inch screws and about 18 1.5 inch screws. Now we like to use an exterior grade screw. And you also need a wine bottle. It doesn't have to be a wine bottle, it can be any bottle you want, but for the dimensions we're giving you, we're using a standard size wine bottle. So the first thing you want to do is put the bottom on. And you want to put it flush, like that. And then you're going to use two 2-inch screws. There, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Alright, so the second part is to put the sides on the base. And you're going to use the 1.5 inch screws. Alright, so now you put the front and you use the 1.5 inch screws. so that's how that looks. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is get the piece that you drilled the 1.5 inch hole in, and you're going to put that, and you're going to put it, measure from the bottom, so the bottom of this is at 3 3/4. So we already marked it, so now we're just going to put it in place, screw it with a 2-inch screw. Like that. So the next step is to get the piece that you have the 3-inch hole and put that right around there, and it's actually 11 1/4 inches to the bottom of this. Alright, so the next step is to take the 2 pieces for your roof that are going to go here. And what you want to do is you want to take the longer piece and put it on top of the shorter piece. And just put 2 screws in there. And you want to use the 1.5 screws. And then you want to just put that right on there and put a couple screws. And those you're going to use 1.5 screws. And that's it.
Okay, so when you put your bottle in, you want to make sure that there's at least a 1/2 inch space between the base and the bottle. Okay, so what we do is to put the bottle in, we take our finger and put it in the hole of the bottle. And then once we're here, we just let it go.
And then as the birds eat the seeds that are in here just empty out.
If you want to, you can leave your feeder natural, stain it, or paint it if you'd like. We decided to paint some of ours camo.